Hello everyone. So I previously made a video about, oh, look at my bra. It's so cute. Okay, so I previously made a video about my 1-year update about my nipple piercing. However, I realized that I never made a 1-year update about my Medusa piercing. I don't think so anyway. But what I do have is in the year that I have had my Medusa piercing, or my philtrum piercing, whatever you want to call it, I have found 10 more cons about having them, or having it. To be honest, I still love it. I have no plans on taking it out. Since I made the video about the 10 cons when I first got it, this is 1 year of having it and 10 more cons that I've discovered. 1. So, as many people who have facial piercings know that facial piercings require a little bit of maintenance, especially around the mouth, because the back of your piercing is inside of your mouth. So basically what happens is after a while, the plaque that builds up on your teeth starts building up on the backing of your jewelry. Now this is for any oral piercing, Medusas, whatever, like tongue piercings, smileys, like the lip piercings, anything, cheek piercings. The backing of your jewelry, or your jewelry if it's in your mouth, will start building plaque after a while, and so you have to either scrape it off with your finger or brush it off. Now, when I used to have my lower lip pierced, I would just take it and I would just brush it like this. But with this one, because it's awkward, I have to I can't really hold it and brush it. So I need to go up there with my finger and scrape the plaque off with my nail. I know, this looks so stupid. But anyway, that's what I do from time to time. It looks stupid, it feels stupid, but it's something that you have to do. 2, you cannot eat spicy things. Now this doesn't apply to anybody because not everybody loves spicy things. I personally do not like spicy things either. However, I love fire ramen. It is my passion. I love eating fire ramen. It's just so, so, so good. And I have realized the really spicy fire ramen I should not be eating, and I shouldn't be eating anything really spicy. Like medium spicy is okay, but really spicy, not okay. Because if you don't know this, when you eat something really spicy, the capsaicin irritates your mouth, and if you get it on your lip starts swelling up. Which is all good and fine if you don't have a set post in your lip. Now, I like my post, my jewelry, to be really snug on my lips, so there's literally no room. I don't know if you can see that. But there's no room for wiggling in my post. So when I eat spicy food, it swells up so much, and then the top becomes embedded in your lip. Not good. And if you can change it yourself, great, but if you are one of those people who cannot change your piercings yourself, not so good. And that's all I have to say, not so good, because having your jewelry embedded in your skin isn't good. 3, general swelling, especially in the mornings and girl time if you were a girl with a philtrum piercing. So basically, going off of point number 2, your lips do swell, especially overnight when you are sleeping. My piercer did tell me this before she pierced me, but because you're all relaxed and you're laying down, your body just starts expanding at night. And so if you have a post with not a lot of room, it expands. Now this isn't really a big problem if your top is not that small, because then the top won't become embedded in your lip. But if you really small, 1 millimeter, really dainty tops, you will wake up in the morning and your Medusa piercing is just not going to be on your face anymore because it's going to be inside of your lip. it just happens, okay? Like, I don't know why, it is just science. Now, this is only saying if you have it fitted like really, really close with no wiggle room. If you have like a longer post, it's not a problem because the post will accommodate for swelling. But if you are like me and you have a short post and it just fits, not okay. Also, when you have your period, your body starts to swell because you retain water, and it is the same thing. So for me personally, it's like a little pinchy sometimes, but for the most part, like I deal with it. I just know that I cannot wear like a 1mm hider, which is what I wore in the winter time for when I had a temporary gig. I can't wear like a 1mm ball. I can't really even wear a 2mm ball because that kind of sinks in as well. But this setting with the cubic zirconia is totally fine at 2mm. But that's just me personally. Who knows, yours might be a little bit different, but I really do not suggest getting a post that just fits snug and also a 1mm top, because it will happen inevitably. It might not happen today, might not happen tomorrow, but it might happen one day, and it's not fun like trying to like push the back out so you can get the post when your skin's already kind of like swallowed it in your sleep. 4. Your piercing will get caught on things, and that sounds really crazy because it's just so close to your lip, but you also have to remember, like, anything small, you don't realize that it's like on your face like that when you're pulling it over your head. And also, it depends on your setting. If you have a bezel setting, it won't really be a problem. And if you have prongs, such as myself, you really need to be aware that the prongs might snag on things, they might get loose over time. And the worst thing is when you like have something around your face, like a scarf or a sweater or people's shirts or whatever, and the prong is loose, it's going to get caught on the prong and it's going to pull your piercing, which is the stupidest thing ever. It's kind of like those stories that you hear of two people with lip piercings like making out and they get stuck on each other's piercings. Like, you don't want that. Like, it's up here. Like, that's uncool and it just looks stupid when you do that, but you have to make sure from time to time that all the prongs are tight, because I have a loose prong right now and I get caught on more things than I should, and I probably should get it fixed, but I can't be bothered at this moment in time, so I just get my face stuck on everything. 5. Animals who like shiny things. Now, I have a bird. I have an Indian ringneck. It is a big parakeet, small parrot, whatever you want to call it. Birds like shiny things. I don't know about other pets because I don't really have other pets that like shiny things, but if you have pets that like shiny things, or you have little babies, or you're around like children who are enamored by things that they've never seen before, you want to be aware that having anything in your face isn't great, because that's the first thing that they reach for because they're curious and they want to know what it is. Or if they like shiny things, they want to steal it and put it in their nest. So you don't want children grabbing at your face, and you don't want birds with their sharp, sharp beaks like trying to pull your piercings out because they don't understand that it is attached to your face and it doesn't belong to them. So I would suggest either keeping your pets at a distance or telling the children not to touch people's faces as an early lesson in personal space and consent. 6. Wonky or custom sizing. Some people I know who have had lip piercings, especially like Medusa or like here, which actually is like all lip piercings, they love that my jewelry is so snug to my face, and they don't understand why theirs isn't. Now, everybody's anatomy is different. Everyone's lip is a different thickness. Everybody got pierced a different way. And sometimes stock sizing of the bars don't come in the exact measurement of what you need, which is fine, but a lot of people don't know that you can get a piece custom made from certain manufacturers to the length that you need to make it snug, because people complain about, oh, like you know, the post is either too short or it's too long. There's no in between. Yes, there actually is an in between. You have to get it custom made. It costs a little bit more money, takes a couple of weeks, but once you have it, it's high quality. It will last you for the rest of your life as long as you don't lose it or retire the piercing. So that said, a lot of people will retire like upper lip piercings, or they've told me at least that they have, because they don't like the fact that, you know, it's either sticking out of their face or when they smile, it's like a little baby antenna. But if you get a piece custom made for you to fit you perfectly, you will not have this problem. But I know a lot of people do have the problem. Don't fret, it is fixable. 8. People asking stupid questions. I think I might have touched on this previously in my last video of 10 cons, but I mean, I still get people asking really, really dumb questions all the time about it, and I welcome questions because that's how you learn. But in today's day and age, we can Google things, and so I don't understand why people ask these questions, such as, is it real? Does it go all the way through your lip? Is it an implant? Did that hurt? I'm not sure what number I'm on. Closing the piercing. So because Medusa piercings are not a common piercing, because I still get people going, whoa, what is that? A lot of people don't realize that when the piercing closes, you will have a scar. A lot of people assume that when your piercings close, that's it. But unfortunately, depending on you as a person, your skin, your healing, your anything, that closing a piercing means you will either have like a little dimple in wherever your piercing was, or the hole will close on the inside but still be there on the outside, or you will have a scar of some sort that's like closed all the way, or you will be lucky and not have anything at all. People need to realize that you need to take this into account before you get any piercing at all, especially ones around your mouth, because it's just going to look like a really weird big pore, chances are, and for a lot of people it's fine, especially if it's like underneath here or on the side. But you have to realize that your Medusa piercing is right in the middle of your face, and people, when they look at you, will look at this area first. So if you are self-conscious about having possibly a scar or something that looks like a big pore or just a hole there for the rest of your life, you need to really think about whether you actually really want this or not, and whether you're okay with it in the event that you do want to close it if there's any scarring, which nobody knows until it happens. 9. Doctor's visits, or actually more like dental visits. So as someone who has teeth that are falling out of her head, I need to go to the dentist a lot. This is really annoying because you have to take your piercings out, and it's just like, some dentists will work around it. Some dentists like freak out and they're just like, I can't do anything if it's in your mouth, which I don't understand and I don't believe. But you have to be ready for people to judge you based off the fact that you have a piece of metal in your face and refuse you medical and dental attention if you have a piece of metal in your face, and also make generalizations about you if you have a piece of metal in your face. And it's really messed up because they're doctors and they should be helping you, or dentists, and they should be helping you too. But as is the world, and sometimes like if you go in there looking a little crazy, they kind of stereotype and profile you, and then they're just not really the most friendly, and that is wrong, but it still happens. So please pick good dental and medical professionals who will not judge you based off of your appearance. And if they do, please find another one, because they're a shitty person anyway. 10, last but not least, looking strange in photos. Yes. So I have realized in the time that I have had my piercing that it looks so cute if I'm like this. If my mouth is closed. I have realized that sometimes you look really stupid in your photos, and I think that depends on the shape of your mouth. For me, when I smile fully, like, it doesn't look bad on camera because I can see myself and I can position myself to not look really silly. But in some photos, when you don't see yourself, your Medusa is like here by your nose, and it just looks like you have something on your face, especially if you have these small ones like that. It literally looks like either a piece of glitter or something dirty, or like there's just something in this area, and people are always like, what is that? If they haven't seen you with it. And even I don't like it. Sometimes when I see myself in pictures, I'm just like, oh, that looks awful. But those are usually pictures where I'm like and smiling really, really big. And obviously, you're not gonna be posed and poised in every single photo you take, so that is something that happens, but you know what? That's why there's Photoshop, and if it looks really bad, you can just Photoshop the piercing out. It just takes one little like spot correction tool, and it is out of your way. But because I don't have a lot of space between here and here, I literally have this much space, which is like not a lot of space. You just lose the space in between your nose and your mouth because this thing is taking up the space. So it's just so strange, and I don't really know how to explain it. So maybe I'll put a picture, but maybe I won't because I usually delete those pictures because they look terrible. But this is the end of the video. That's pretty much 10 more cons of the Medusa piercing after 1 year of having, this is 2 years, after 1 year of having it. So thank you guys so much for watching my videos as always, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!